Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. Welcome to part 4, I believe, of my Transformers Generation 1 Dinobots redo review, or just review, depending on how you want to look at it. Now then, part 4 is Grimlock. Now, I did buy Grimlock and Sludge at the same time. This was one of the classic Heroes releases that they did, I don't know, late 90s, very early 90s. I believe they only did them in Europe. I don't believe they got reissued like that in America or anywhere else. But they were kind of cool. But they didn't have any rub signs. I have no idea why. But these are the only 2 Dinobots of the 4 that were available in England that I didn't have. I think I probably said it on one of my other videos as well. Bit of an own goal, really. They could have easily re-released Swoop. I don't understand why they didn't or couldn't. If you know what I mean. So it's not as if they made the figures in this country to be released in this country. They could have just got them from anywhere. You know what I mean? But there we go. That's a discussion for another time. Right, just before I come to this, carry on with this video, I did pop into the Entertainer and I did buy this guy. This is the RAD Decepticon Dragonus, and I really like him. I think it's quite cool. I love these little figures. I'm only really buying the Decepticon ones at the minute, because they do look a bit cool. Though there is an Autobot one who turns into a weird like sledgehammer. That looks pretty fun and funky. I was thinking of buying that one, but I haven't got around to it yet. I'm hoping they would do a Decepticon version of that one, because that's what they seem to be doing. I'm sure I've got an Autobot version of this guy, but I like the guy in black. And this one does come with all the extra little energon-y bits, whatever they are, on top. It's quite cool when he turns into a gun, which is really fun. I'm going to put him over there. Anyway, right, so let's carry on with Grimlock. He is, of course, a T-Rex. Now, he is modelled after how everyone believed that T-Rexes actually stood. They thought they stood like that and then balanced on their tail and everything. But now we know that they actually walk pretty much like that with a chicken leg, giving them quite good speed, because everyone used to believe that they didn't have much mobility at all, really. But when you think that they were the king of the jungle of their time, you'd think they would need a bit of speed, but there we go. So it really don't matter. He still looks pretty damn cool, doesn't he? Yeah, now you weren't getting a lot of articulation back then. You could move the legs, you could move them slightly here, or there, depending on how you want to do it. You could move these little arms, and that's it. But the head does go up and down, and you can open up and chomp away on his jaws, and I regularly did that. I was a little bit old at the time by the time I got this guy, but he did. I did put my, I think it was Starscream, was the only G1 jet I had back then by the time I got this guy up against him, and it was quite fun. Right, I think that's it for the dinosaur mode, not much more to say. Let's transform it, and then I'll come to his accessories in a second. Right, so to transform it, I'm just going to do the easy bit first. I'm going to push those and collapse them, revealing the fists, and then what we're going to do next, we are going to split the back end of his tail. Nice chromed plastic there. I'm going to rotate that up and rotate then his head, or the dinosaur head, to the back. Oh yes, before I carry on, this is where his Diaclone driver would have sat, because obviously this was taken from the Diaclone range. Bit redundant in Transformers terms, but that's why it's not really mentioned in instructions or anything. Right, so we're going to put that to the back, then we're going to separate this. Oh, and then we open that out. Now, taking a cue, actually, yeah, I've got to do this first. And then we rotate this whole section up, and then there are 2 little notches just on the inside here, and then make sure they click into those. And taking a cue from my Sludge review, I'm going to be extra careful with his legs, because I can't believe I accidentally broke my Sludge legs. He just literally snapped at the knee. Really don't understand that, so I'm going to be extra careful as I pull these legs out. Like so, and there we have Grimlock in robot mode. Now you can pull the arms down. Now, I never really understood, I mean, he looks great in this mode, but I never understood why the head is so far back. You've got the head literally on this back edge here. You can't really see it because that's in the way. When it should be here, roughly. But what they could have done so easily is they could have had this head on a slidey joint. Look, they've got enough plastic here to do it. And you could have just slid the head forward to at least bring it to here in the middle of the shoulders, because right there it just looks so far back. Bit of a shame. That is the only downfall of this figure. The rest of it is just pure class, because he's got some great articulation in his arms and he can hit people to his heart's content. I wish I had this guy back in the day. I remember my brothers bought me the other two Dinobots. I think it was Slag and Snarl. I was so hoping they were going to get me this guy, but they didn't. I'd have loved it if they got me Grimlock. Right, okay, so it does have a little bit of knee articulation. That is it. You can move this leg ever so slightly. I really don't see the point of it. I think it's got something to do with the transformation, just to give you a little bit of a leverage on his legs there when you're pulling them apart. But he does have his iconic twin blaster thing, which you can put in his hand. And his Energo sword, which you can put in his other hand. Whichever way it goes around, I don't know, really. That will fit in there without breaking the little thing off. And there you go with his classic look, which is pretty darn cool for Generation 1. That is why the first 2 years of figures probably the best. The rest after that sort of diminished a little bit. Now, for some reason, my one, I can't remember where I got this from. I don't remember it actually coming with this, but I do have this rocket launcher. I thought it was Sludge's, but I think Sludge's looks like kind of different. I can't remember if this guy comes with it, but he's got it, and I can't remember if it came with it. It's only got the one missile, so I don't know. Oh, and it's just fallen out. But anyway, so he's got that, and he will hold it. I'm pretty certain he will anyway. If I take his gun out, will he hold it? Yeah, he'll hold that. He'll hold that missile launcher, which it looks kind of cool in his hand, actually. Yeah, right, okay. There's not much more else to say about this, other than he was a fantastic character in the comics, the cartoons and everything. He outlived probably a lot of his characters that were released with at the same time, and he was just all round a good character. And without, usually the Decepticons are the best characters, but this guy, being an Autobot, was one of the best as well. Love all the chrome. He looks great. Yes. Right, okay, I'm going to end this review there, and I'll see you in part 5 when I'm going to do Generation 1 Swoop. See you all then. Bye for now.